Just confirm if audio and video is fine. Hello. Saidur Rahman, just confirm is audio and video is fine. Okay. So let's start exercise 6.2, question number 1. The graph of linear function f is shown in the xy plane. What is the slope of the graph f? They already given linear function f, which is shown in the graph. This is the linear function f, and they are asking slope of it. How do we find slope? Rise by run. So here it is rise, it's going downward, so it's going to be negative. Rise by run. This is what the slope is. So rise equals to how much? -2. Because it is moving negative direction downward, so it is -2, and it's moving right side +4. Run is +4, so that's going to be 2 ones, 2 twos. -1/2 is the answer, which is option B. Coming to question 2. Line J is defined by 4x plus 20y equals to 5. Line K is parallel to line J. What is the slope of line K? Here we need to understand line J. Line J is equation is this. Line K is parallel to line J. Line J, line K are parallel, and we need the slope of K. We need to understand when two lines are parallel, then their slopes are same. Similar or equal. Line J and parallel to line K, then their slopes are similar. So what is the line J slope? Slope of J equals to, the given equation is 4x plus 20y equals to 5. If we try to write it into the proper y equals to mx plus c format, 20y equals to -4x plus 5, y equals to -4 by 20x plus 5 by 20. So y equals to 4 ones, 4 fives, -1 by 5 x plus 1 by 4. So here slope of J equals to -1 by 5. Which means slope of K is also same. We need slope of K which is -1 by 5. That's option B. Let me know if this is fine. Shall I move with the next question? Is this clear? Is this clear? Let me know if everything is fine. I'll just move with the next question. Yes, thank you. Moving to the third one. The linear function f is defined by, we have a linear function f of x which equals to ax plus b, that is one equation, and a, b are constants. Find the graph y equals to f of x in the xy plane passes through xy plane, has slope 6. y equals to f of x, and they also mention its slope m equals to 6 clearly, and passes through the same thing, passes through point -5 comma -14. This is the given information. Now what is the value of b? We need to find this value of b. So how can we find the value of b? Here we clearly know that slope and we have a point. If we have a slope and point, we can get the equation of line f, or the function, linear function f. So what we do, we use y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So what do we get here? Y minus of minus 14, that's positive 14, that equals to m, which is 6, x minus of minus 5, which is plus 5. So that's going to be y plus 14, that equals to 6x plus 6 5 is 30. So y equals to 6x plus 30 minus 14, y equals to 6x plus 16. So here what do we need? We need the value of b, and what function we have? F of x equals to ax plus b. F of x equals to ax plus b. So moving ahead, what's the b value? 16. I understood. You can't see the thing behind my head. I'll just move this thing up. Now you people able to see this. So here clearly b value is 16. Yes. No need to compare with this. They just given random function. You have slope, you have point. Make the equation, you get the value of. Now hello. Yes, yes. I think it's better now. It's better. Yes. Now coming to question 4. What is the y coordinate of the y-intercept of graph? This. They given this equation and they're asking what is the y coordinate of the y-intercept. So y coordinate of y-intercept at y-intercept x value equals to 0. Because what do you mean by y-intercept? Where the line crosses y-axis. Where the line crosses y-axis, x value 0 and y value is something. That's why we are considering x value equals to 0. And what we do now is we just input x value as 0 here, and what do we get? 7. In the place of x I'm placing 0, that equals to 6. 15 plus 9 by 4 and 0 in the place of x, and rest as it is, that minus 4y divided by 7. So this complete term becomes 0. 6 into 15 plus 0 minus 4y by 7. So on solving this, we are going to get y value as something. Just quickly solve and let me know what's the value of y. So that's going to be 0 equals to 6. Just send this to LHS. That's going to be 15 minus 4y by 7. So that's going to be 15 into 7. That's going to be 15 times 7 minus 4y, that divide by 7 equals 0, so we end up with 15 7 75 90 105. 105 minus 4y, that equals 0, so it's going to be negative 105, that equals to negative 4y. Negative of 105 by 4 is the y value. If you want to write it in decimals, put it in calculator, you get the value of that. It is, if you write it in decimal, you get something like 26.25. Let me know if it is done. I'll move with the next question. Shall I move with the next question? Is everything is fine? Are you done with this question, Saidu Rahman? Yes, very good. I'm moving with the next question, question number 5. So the graph of the equation is this, where AB are constants, is shown in the xy plane. What is the value of AB? A times B we need to find. So how we can able to solve this? We need to get A and B. What is this A? A is a slope and B is connected with Y. So let's see what is B all as well. So first, AX plus BY equals to negative 4. What I do is I just keep it in the format of Y equals to MX plus B. So it's going to be BY equals to negative 4 and then negative AX. So that's going to be negative AX, negative 4. Now Y equals to negative A by BX minus 4 by B. But we need to find the value of B. What is this B? First of all, here rise is 1, negative 1, and run is negative 4. Slope equals to negative 1 by negative 4, that is 1 by 4. So we can use slope as 1 divided by 4. But that is only A value. What is B value? A by B value is going to be slope equals to 1 by 4. Don't try to connect with this. I just got the slope. To get the equation of this line, we need slope, and let's take any point. I'm just trying to, don't connect with this. So I will take this intercept. What point is this? X is 0, Y is 1. When you have an intercept and when you have a slope, you can use slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. So what is slope intercept form? Y equals to mx plus c. So what is y? You have slope intercept form directly. You have here when x equals to 0. 1 second. Y equals to 1 you get. If you just substitute this point, if x equals to 0, y equals to 1, you get c value as 1. So you got the y intercept, y equals to mx plus b, and then mx plus b or c, whatever. So now we have y equals to 1 by 4x plus c value is how much we got? 1. What do we need? What do we need? This a and b values. So what do we have here? A is connected with this one. What do you say? 1 by 4, and b is connected with y, which is it has only 1. So 1 by 4 times 1, which is 1 second. We just got 1 by 4x, and that is fine. Just a second. and I use this point as well. I just got this equation till now, and the other point what I have is negative 4 comma 0. So what I'm going to do with this is I just multiply, just a second, let me see, somewhere it's missing info. I'm just multiplying the equation what I have here. Like I just got the equation, right? And I have to match it with the equation what I have here. I have the constant value negative 4. So if I want my constant value negative 4, I am just multiplying this equation with negative 4 so that I will be having this constant value negative 4. Hope you get it, because if I send this to LHS, here I need to have negative 4 because I have negative 4. If both values are same, then we can able to compare. That's why I'm multiplying by negative 4. So if I multiply by negative 4, negative 4y equals to, this is going to be negative 4 into 1 by 4. That's going to be negative 1x minus 4 you're going to get. So here, if I write this into proper form, it's going to be x minus 4y equals to negative 4. If you compare this with this, you get the value of a and b. So a value, what do you see here? If you compare a is 1, and if you compare b, it is negative 4. B equals to negative 4. If you just multiply a and b, 1 into negative 4, that's negative 4 is the answer. Hope you got it. Just confirm if it is fine. I'll move with the next question. Oh, I'll just show this thing just moving downward. 1 second. I think you can see now what I did. Yes, I just repeat what I did. Let me tell you, here I got this equation. I think you're fine with the help of slope and the intercept. I got this equation. What I did is the equation what I got must match the equation what they given. So I just multiplied with negative 4 so that I will get this value, this constant value. I will also get same. Once I got that, I will just equate this a and b values with the equation what they given. So after equating, I got the a and b values and I just multiplied with it. I got it. AB is negative 4. Now coming to question number 6. A line in the xy plane is defined by equation y equals to ax plus b. This is the equation given of a line. The line passes through these 2 points, 0 comma negative 79, and it passes through 5 comma 91. What is a and b? If we have 2 points, we can get slope, and if we can use any point to form the equation. If we form the equation, then we can take a and b and we add it. That's simple. I'll get the slope from this. M equals to 91 plus 79, change in y by change in x. So 91 and 70, 90 and 80. 170 divided by 5. So it's going to be 5 ones, 5 threes and 4s. So that is 34. I got slope equals to 34. I use point slope form. Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1 at, I take any point 5 comma 91 or I take 0 comma 79. I go with 0 comma negative 79. Anything is fine. Any point you can take. And I have my slope. I take y minus y1, which is negative 79, positive 79. M is 34 I have. And x, which is x itself, and 0. So what do I get? 79, that equals to 34x. So y equals to 34x minus 79. So I got this equation. Now what do I need? A plus b from the equation. What is a? A is slope, b is y-intercept. A plus b equals to 34 minus 79. These are A and B values. So if you just do 80 minus 34, it's going to be 30. Not 30, 46. But it is not 45 will be the answer. But negative 45 because it is negative 79. A plus B equals to negative 45. I just used the given 2 points. I got the slope and I used any point. You may use this or this and make up the equation. After getting the equation, just take the A and B values from it by comparing with the given equation what they said. Y equals to AX plus B they said. So I just compared this with this equation. I got A and B and it's negative 45. Yes, very good. Now in the XY plane, the line with equation AX minus 1 by 3y equals to 8. The line equation AX minus 1 by 3y equals to 8. Where A is a constant passes through point. So it passes through 2, 6. What is the x coordinate of the x-intercept of the line? If this passes through this point, if the line passes through, if the line of the equation with this passes through this point, we can use this point to get the value of A. So A into x value is 2 minus 1 by 3 y value 6 equals to 8. So 2A equals to 3 ones 3 twos. So that's going to be negative 2. Negative 2 equals to 8. So 2A minus 2 equals to 8. So A equals to what? 2A equals to 10. A equals to 5. You got the value of A, but we are not supposed to find A. We need to find x coordinate of the x-intercept. At x-intercept, y value equals to 0. So now my AX minus 1 by 3y equals to 8 turns to, using A, 5x minus 1 by 3y equals to 8. I need x-intercept. At x-intercept y value 0. I just consider this value 0, rest as it is. 5x minus 1 by 3 equals 8. So 5x minus 0 equals 8. X equals to 8 by 5. Is that clear? Or else you can write x equals to 1.6. I think I'm missing this, the thing, it's getting behind my head. Yeah, I think now you can see it. Yes, thank you for the information. Now getting into question number 8. So simple. Here the table shows 3 values of x and their corresponding values of y. So you have 3 x values and 3 y values. Where p is a constant, you can see p's. Just a second. Yes. So there is a linear relationship between x and y. What is the slope of the line that represents this relationship in the xy plane? So here they given x and y points. If they given x and y points here, we just have to find the slope of the line. If we have these points, these points has the relationship between, there is a linear relationship between x and y points, and we need to find the slope of this line with the given points. How can we find slope if we have these 3 points? What points we have? One is negative 6 comma negative 114 minus p, this is 1 point given, and negative 2 comma negative 57 minus p, they given this, and 2 comma negative p, 3 points given. We generally have, if we have 2 points, we get slope by using 2 points. So what I use, I'll take this 2 and I use this 2. Equate, the slope of the both must be same. Negative 6 comma negative 114 minus p and negative 2 comma negative 57 minus p. This is one thing I take, and negative 2 and negative 57 minus p and 2 comma negative p. I use these 2 points. The slope of what you get here must be equal to slope of what you are getting in that place as well. So why I'm trying to equate the slopes? Because there is a p which is unknown value involved in it. So to get rid of that p, we just have to equate this. If we do it in this way, we get rid of the p in between and we get the slope of line. So y2, negative 57 minus p minus y1, minus of minus, this will be minus y1 means minus 1, minus of minus plus 114 plus p, y2 minus y1 by x2. What is x2? Negative 2, minus of minus plus 6, that equals to, and y2 negative p minus y2 minus y1, it's going to be plus 57 plus p divided by 2 minus of minus plus 2. So I'll just outright eliminate negative p, positive p, negative p, positive p. It's gone. So what is the slope now? Negative 57. We don't have any this thing. Is there anything involved here? Just a second. We get same slope, negative 57 and 114. Just check it and let me know what will be the slope we are going to get. I just, both of them give same slope. Even you go with one, you get the same thing. You see negative 57 plus 114 divided by negative 2 positive 6. That's going to be positive 4. And 57 divided by 4 you have. 114 minus 57. 114 minus 50. It's going to be 50 and 14. It's again you get a 57 by 4. That equals to 57 by 4. That's option B. I just thought that in a different way I can get it. I thought this p will disturb, even only one thing will give you the slope. You go with this 2 or you go with this 2, you get the slope. So you're getting slope. I redo this. Hope you understood, but I just redo this. Just a second. It's okay. It's correct. It's correct. I'm not saying this is incorrect. You see here, we have 3 points, and what they said, there is a linear relationship between x and y. For these 3 points, there is a really linear relationship between x and y. We have to find the slope. To find the slope, what we do? We take any 2 points. I pick these 2 points because it is a minimum thing is there. But if you go with this, a complex calculation we have to do. So that's why I'm picking second and third equation, negative 2 comma negative 50, second and third point. So I can do less calculation. So just taking any 2 points, you get it. It's okay to take only one instead of taking 2. And what I showed you, that way also helps you when unknowns are involved into the picture. So here y2 negative p and positive 57 positive p divided by 2 x2 minus x1, which is positive. This negative p positive p gone. It is 57 by 4, which is option B. Is that clear? Just let me know if this is fine. I'll move with the next question. Yes, thank you. I'll just move with question 9. The graph of the equation 5x minus 8y equals to k, where k is a constant, is a line in the xy plane. So what they said, the graph of equation 5x minus 8y equals to k, k is constant and is a line in the xy plane. This is a line. given line. The line has x-intercept. It has x-intercept at m comma 0 and it has y-intercept. For the same line it has x-intercept. For the same line it has y-intercept at 0 comma n. Now we have to find m by n value equals how much? So what we do, we have x-intercept, we have y-intercept. Let's see what do we get if we substitute x-intercept. If we substitute at m comma 0, we get 5 into m minus 8 into 0, that equals to k. So we end up with 5m equals k. M equals k by 5. So we got k value. We got m value. Now let's find n value with the help of y-intercept. So at 0 comma n, I'm just directly substituting this point into the equation. So that's going to be 5 into 0 minus 8 into n equals to k. 8 into n equals k. That's going to be negative 8n equals k. N equals to negative k by 8. So we have m and n values now. So we need m by n. M by n so I think you can watch the thing clearly now. M by n, what we got? M value k by 5. So k by 5 whole divided by negative k by 8. K off. So we get m by n equals to 1 by 5 times 8 by 1. So there will be negative still. So that's going to be m by n equals to negative 8 by 5 is the solution, which is option B. Shall I move with the next question? If this is fine, I'll move with the next question. Okay, right? Fine, right? Yes. Let's move with next question. Question number 10. Listen, this a bit complicated. In the xy plane, the graph of the linear function f has negative slope. There is a xy plane. In xy plane, there is a linear function. In that linear function, slope is negative and y-intercept 0 comma k, where k is a positive constant. These are the three information given to us. Which of the following must be true? They said linear function. It has a negative slope. Linear function, which means line negative slope. Which has like negative slope? If the line is like this, it has a positive slope. If the line is like this, then it is a it is a positive slope, up and right. If a line is like this, then it has a down and right, so it is a negative slope. So I just drew a negative slope and I gave points with the given information like a and b, f of a and f of b. If a, I just consider 2 points on the line, a and f of a, which means x and y, b and f of b. So hope you understood. Now leave about this now. Come to statement 1. We just need to see which statements are true. If a is greater than b, then f of a value is less than f of b. A is greater than b, f of a value is less than f of b. So what I am doing is, what is f of a? If this is f of a is a line, just line equation, which is y equals to mx plus c. So I am taking f of a means f of a equals to, in the place of x we are taking a. So ma plus c I wrote. If it is f of b means mb. In the place of x we are taking b, so it is mb plus c. I wrote these two equations, and for these two line equations, a and b values are like this. A value is greater than b. A value you need to take more than b. I took a value as 100. I took b value as 50. 100 and 50, 100 is greater than 50. That's how you need to take. If you take a value 2, you need to take b value 1. you need to satisfy this, like the statement what they said in those terms, you need to take any value. So if let's we consider a value 100. If a value is 100 and we also know that slope is negative from the not this one, slope is negative from the given question. So what I did here, slope is -1 and a value we consider it as 100. So we got this f of a equals to -100 plus c. In the same way, slope is negative and I just substituted 50 in the place of b. I got this f of b equals to -50 plus c. I got when a value is greater than b value, when a value is 100 and b value is 50, if a is greater than b, what's happening to f of a? You're getting -100 plus c. What happening to f of b? -50 plus c. -50 is bigger than -100. F of b is greater than f of a. Because here -50, what is -50? I mean -50 is a bit smaller. -100 is even smaller. That's why f of b is greater than f of a. So if you go back, f of b is greater than f of a. It is true. Statement 1 is true. Hope you're getting my things what I am teaching. Now second statement, a value less than 0 we need to take, then f of a equals is greater than k. Let's see what happens. Now a value less than 0 means what it is. The meaning of less than 0 is -1, -2 till -100, -200, infinite. So you already know that slope is -1, which is given in the slope is negative. I am considering slope as -1. You can consider -2, -3, anything, but you have to consider slope as negative only. I am considering -1 for my convenience. You can take slope anything, but must be negative only. So I am taking slope as -1 because it's given it is negative. You can take any slope, -100 also you can take. To calculate quicker, I just took -1. Now I have an equation y equals to mx plus c, which is f of a. So at f of a means x value turns to be a. Now I have m value is -1 substituted, and a value, what is a value I'm taking? Less than 0. Less than 0 means I can take -1, -2, -100. I am taking -100 in the place of a. A value is less than 0. -100 is less than 0. I took that, and what I got value? I end up with f of -100 equals to 100 plus k. What I am getting? I am getting 100 plus k, which means if a value is less than 0, if a value is less than 0, then f of a value is greater than, f of a is greater than k. How it is correct? Because your slope and the number what you're taking becoming positive, along with that you have a constant. So if a value less than 0, then f of a is greater than k. Why? What is f of a you got? 100 plus some constant. The c is constant and this is k. Some k, constant value k. Yes, this value is k. Okay, constant value k. If you can see here y-intercept, at y-intercept that is k. So c value is k. Whenever if it is f of a, that's 100 plus k. I just comparing this two. They given this statement in the question here. And what is f of a now? 100 plus k. What is k? K only. So this is more right. So this is true statement. Option statement 2 is also true. 1 and 2 are true. Now I can eliminate option B, option C also I can eliminate. It may be D or A. Let's see option 3. A value greater than 0, f of a is greater than 0. Let's go with that. A value greater than 0. What is the meaning of that? It is plus 1, plus 2, plus 100, plus 200 till infinite. And I'm considering slope as -1 only. You can consider anything. Negative slope you have to take. I'm just taking -1 for a easy calculation. Now y equals to mx plus c is the equation. F of a equals to what? At x equals to a, at x equals to a, ma plus c. And what value I'm taking? F of 100 I'm taking, plus 100. Every time I'm taking hundreds only from the beginning. You can take any value, there is no restriction. If I take 100 with the negative slope, this is becoming -100 plus k. And if I take, let's say, another number, if I take 200, I substitute and I'm getting -200 with the slope -200 plus k. So what they said, if a value greater than 0, then f of a value is greater than 0. F of a value you are getting, f of a value you are getting negatives. You are getting negative numbers. F of a value you are getting negative. You can say if this k value is 1000, then you will be getting positive. If k value is 1000, but we don't know what is this k value. So even if it is some value, if it is 1000 at f of 1000 or f of 2000, you will end up with negative. Because f of 2000, this will be 2000. Even if it is 1000, you end up with -1000. So this statement will be incorrect. What I mean, I'll tell you again. If a value greater than 0, then we are getting negative values. -100, -200. But they are saying greater than 0. But it is less than 0. Not all the time less than 0, depending on the k value. So if k value is, let's say, 10, your answer is negative only, 190. I'm just assuming. So this statement is not true. Even if you assume a bigger number, let's say if you assume 10,000 k value, we don't know what is k value. If you take f of 10,000, you will beat this, because -10,000 and +10,000 becomes equals to 0, can't be greater than 0. So that's why this statement is not working. Statement 3 is false. So if statement 3 is false, then option D is incorrect. It is only option A. I think it's clear for you now. Is it fine for you? Is that okay? Shall I move with the next question? Shall I move with the next question? Yes. Question 11. What all we have? In the xy plane, the points -3, 5 and 6, 8 lie on line L. These 2 points lie on this line L. Which of the points also lie on L? So how can we get that? If we have the line equation of this, we can pick which is lying on it. So we need to find line equation. How can we find line equation with the given 2 points? We can get slope, and we can take any point, and using that slope intercept form, slope and point slope form we are going to use, and we get the equation, and substituting these points into the equation, and we check whether they are working or not. So what is slope now? 8 minus 5 by 6 plus 3. 3 by 9, which is 1 by 3. Now I use this slope and some point 6, 8. I use point slope form because I have a point and I have a slope. Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So at 6, 8, y, what is y? Y minus y1, which is 8, m is 1 by 3, x minus x1, which is 6. So y minus 8, this is equals to 1 by 3x minus 3 1s 3 2s, negative 2. Y equals to 1 by 3x, negative 2, positive 8, that's going to be positive 6. So we have the equation now. So let's check with the options now. Option A, let's just, we are about to end up at 27, 15. if y equals to 1 by 3, I'm using option A, which is 27. If I use 27, I need to check whether I'm getting 15 or not. Y equals to 3 ones, 3 nines. 9 plus 6, y equals to 15. So we are getting 15. At x equals to 27, we are getting 15, which means option A is true. Just a second. Just a second, let me solve this question. Question 12. They given y equals to a by b x plus c and y equals to d by e x plus c. In the given pair of equations a, b, c, d and e are constants. The pair of equations represents two perpendicular lines. These are the two perpendicular lines, okay? Perpendicular lines means obviously we need to get the thought product of their slopes are -1. If they mention this 0 less than a by b less than 1, which means a by b value is greater than 0 and a by b value is less than 1, which means we can write a by b value is lying from 0 to 1. And from these two we can get the slopes, and the product of the slopes are -1. Obviously they mention here perpendicular. Which of the following must be true? So like option A, B, C, D, D by E value is true. We need to find the value of D by E. So how can we get that D by E value? Here you see here D by E value is what? Here, how can we get the D by E value? Here we have a clue that slope of the first one is A by B and the slope of the second one is D by E. So we have this where we got this D by E. To get the value of D by E, the only one thing is product of slopes. We have to deal with this D by E, and we have D by E in the slope. The only thing we have is product of slopes to get connected with what they are asking. Product of slopes equals to -1. M1 times M2 equals to -1. So what is M1? A by B we got. M2 D by E we got equals -1. Solving this, just a sec. Yeah. Solving this, we are going to get D by E that equals to -B by A. We got -B by A. So now -B by A we got. Let's take option. One second. What I am doing is, they mentioned clearly A by B value is 0 to 1. A by B value is 0 to 1. We don't know what is that A by B value. I am considering it as, let's say, half. This 1 by 2 is in between this range only. I'm just assuming like that. Now, from this 0 less than A by B less than 1, A by B value is ranging from A by B value is ranging from 0 to 1. I am considering, let's consider let's consider a by b equals to 1 by 2, which is in between this only, 0.5. So we just got, so now what I will do is to get the value of d by e. So what is this d by e? I can directly use it here itself. So I will just, okay, you can directly use it here itself, or you can use, one second, what I do is this a by b value 1 by 2 into d by e equals to -1. So d by e equals to this 2 to other side, it's going to be -2. We got d by e value -2 if we randomly consider 1 by 2. You can also consider 3 by 4, no problem at all, which is in between this only. 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. It lies in between this, no problem. You just have to take a value which it is in between 0 to 1. So here I tried this way, but however it's same thing. B by a means b by a will be 2 by 1. If you substitute here also directly you get -2 only. If you substitute b by a here, so d by e is -2 you are getting. So you have few options here. Let's check with the options. So here these are the 4 options we have, but the d by e value we have is -2. Here we have d by e value is -2. What they are saying in option 1, they are saying it d by e is less than -1. What values comes in less than -1? Lesser than -1. If you go, it is opposite, negatives it is, which means the values are -1, -2, -3, so on. -2 is even lesser than -1. And yes, d by e is value is lying in this, so option A. If you go with option B, what all values comes into the picture? Here d by e value is less than 0. D by e value is ranging from 0 to -1. The value is ranging from d by e is from where to where? D by e is less than 0 means what does that mean? The values are -1, -2, and d by e value is greater than -1. Greater than -1 means what? It is 0, 1, 2 and so on. If I write it, the meaning of this is d by e value is less than 0, greater than 1. D by e value is 0 to -1. It is in this range. No, it is -2. It is out of the box. No, it's not true. And here d by e value is ranging from where to where? Less than 1, greater than 0. 0 to 1 they are saying. No, it is -2 we got. D by e value greater than 1, which means d by e value is what? 2, 3, 4. No, it is -2, equals to -2. It lie in option A. So it's option A is the correct answer. Let's go to the 13th question. So what all they given in the 13th question? In the xy plane, line passes through point 1, n. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back. So here in the xy plane, line P passes through the point 1, n. There is a line P, it passes through 1, n. Fine. Where n is a constant. Line Q intersects line P at 0, 0. Let me draw a line. Let's say this is the line, and let's say this is line P and this is line Q, and both are intersecting at 0, 0, and there is one point on line P which is 1, n. So here line P has what points? 1, n and 0, 0. and is perpendicular to line P. Line Q intersects line P at the point 0, 0 and is perpendicular to line P. This line Q, line P are perpendicular. Which of the following points must lie on line Q? Which points lie on line Q? To check the point which lies on line Q, we need line equation. Let me write one more thing. Line P perpendicular to line Q, fine, and intersects at 0, 0. I'm saying line P passes through this both of them. You can see here it is passing through 0, 0 and 1, n, but line Q intersects P at 0, 0. Now we need line Q. If we have line Q, we can check with this point by substituting points into the line Q. So we need to find line Q. How can we find line Q? To find line Q, we need what? Slope. We need a point. So to find line Q, M and point needed. So how can we get the slope? They did not given slope of Q. But we can able to get the slope of Q using this line P, because line P has 2 points. So slope of P equals to y2, 0 minus n divided by 0 minus 1, negative n by negative 1, which is n. So what is the slope of Q now? They are perpendicular. If they are perpendicular, slope of Q must be negative 1 by n, negative reciprocal of this. If you don't know how I got this, m1 into m2 equals to negative 1. This is m1 is n into m2 equals to negative 1. Let me put this here. Now m2 equals to what? Negative 1 by n. So that's how I got slope of Q is negative this. Y equals to, and we need one point. So 0, 0 is passing through this point, right? If I do that, what do I get? I get the intercept. Just a second. Slope, and I use point. I get equation y equals to y minus, let's say y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So at point 0, 0, because it is passing through that. So if it is y minus 0, m equals to minus 1 by n. That's what we got here. Slope m, x minus 0. So y equals to negative 1 by n x. So you just have to check it now with the options what you have. If you have first option A, if you use option A, let's say option A. What is option A? Negative n comma negative 1. Substitute. Y equals to negative 1 by n. X is negative n. X is negative. In the place of x, I substituted negative n. And what do I get? N by n. And I'm ending up with a y equals to 1. But we have negative 1. So option A is incorrect. What is option B? N comma negative 1. Let's see. Option B, n comma negative 1. So that's going to be y equals to negative 1 by n and x equals to the given n. This n I substituted in the thing. So I'm going to get n of y equals to negative 1. Yes, it's matching. So option B is true. Option B is the answer. Let's go to question number 14. Yeah, let's see what they given in question 14. In the xy plane, line M has x-intercept at this. Line M has x-intercept at a comma b plus 4, where a and b are constants. Line M, same line, passes through this. Line M passes through b comma negative 11 and b plus 6 comma 7. It is passing through 2 points. What is the value of a? We need to find the value of a. So here if we watch carefully, here b unknown is there, but they said line of M has x-intercept at this point. At x-intercept, y value equals to 0. Here at x-intercept means y value is 0. What is y here? X comma y. Y is b plus 4. Y equals to 0. Y must be 0. So if I do this, I get b value as negative 4 from here. Now the given points will change. Change to what? B is negative 4 comma negative 11. Negative 4 comma negative 11. And the other point is negative 4 plus 6, which is going to be positive 2 comma 7. 2 comma 7. Now we got 2 points. What do we need to find? Value of a. So how can we find the value of a? For that, we use, if we have a slope, if we have a point, using point slope form, we substitute and we get the value of a. That's how we get it. So what I do is, I just try to get the slope first. We need slope and we need point, and we get equation. We need slope, we need point. So we get these two things leads to equation. After getting equation, we substitute this point into the equation and we get the value of a. That's what we are going to do. Now, where we are. So how to get the slope? Slope M equals to 7 minus of minus plus 11 divided by 2 minus of minus plus 4. 7 plus 11, 18 by 6, which is 3. So slope equals to 3. And what I do is I'll take any point, maybe this point or 2 comma 7. I go with 2 comma 7 because both are positive. 2 comma 7 and M equals to 3. I use point slope form because I have a point. Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. That's going to be y minus y1, which is 7. M is 3, x minus 2 because 2 is the x. Y minus 7 equals to 3x minus 6, and y equals to 3x positive 7, which is positive 1. I got the equation. Line M I got now. If I got line M, I use the point this a comma b plus 4. At a comma b plus 4, y, what is y? Y equals to b plus 4. B plus 4 means y value is 0. It is x-intercept actually. So what I need to do, I just have to put it 0, because what is y value? B value. B value is negative 4, or you can consider it is line M has x-intercept, which means y value 0. So y equals to 3x plus 1. I'm taking this value as 0 because b is negative 4. Negative 4, positive 4, 0. So 3 into x value, 3 into, in the place of x, I'm writing a plus 1. So a equals to negative 1 by 3. This is how I got the value of a. 15th question. Now, they given graph and they given function g of x, given g of x equals to f of x plus 6 divided by x. Now they also given, where f is a linear function, the partial graph of y equal to g of x is shown. This is the y equals to g of x shown. F is a linear function they mentioned. The x, f. The f, this f is a linear function. What does that mean? Linear function mean y equals to, that is considered as y, then mx plus c. Linear function means f of x equals to mx plus c. That's what it means. So I'm just writing that g of x equals to mx plus c plus 6 by x. Now what is the y-intercept of the graph? Y equals to f of x. They're asking y-intercept of the graph. Y-intercept means x equals to 0. So what I'm going to do is y-intercept is how much? That's the main question. And if you see carefully, they given some points here, here. If I write the points, it's going to be 2, 12 because this 2 and this 12, and this is going to be 3, 7, and this point going to be 5, 3, and this point going to be 6, 2. చెప్పు ఏమైంది? లేదు నేను బిజీగా ఉన్నా. నేను ఒక 8:30కి తింటా. నేను కింద పెట్టేసి బాయ్. So here y-intercept, we have 4 points. Let me write the 4 points. The graph g of x passes through 2, 12, 3, 7 and 5, 3, 6, 2. So what I do now is I have g of x function. If I use that function and use these points as well, I can able to get the value of m. We need slope. So after getting slope, I can get the value of y-intercept. That's what I am looking for. So these points help me to get slope, but they will give us slope of what? They will give the slope of, if you directly go like this, change in y by change in x, rise by run for this, you will end up getting slope of what? This is g of x, but that slope won't work for the y-intercept of f of x. So what we do, this g of x go with the, so directly not, we are not going directly because that gives us the slope of g of x, but we need f of x must be involved in it because we are getting the y-intercept of f of x line. Line is not given. F of x is the linear function that is not visible in the graph. It's not given. So what we do is g of x equals to f of, what they given, f of x plus 6, that thing, right? I'm just trying to take this thing directly. Mx plus c plus 6 by x, and here also g of x equals to f of, not f of x, directly I'll take mx plus c plus 6 by x. We need slope in m, slope in f. We need slope in f. We don't want slope of g. If you directly find the slope of this, you get the slope of g. We don't want that. We need the y-intercept for function f of x. That's why we are dealing with this. If here slope of f is involved, so we are getting slope in this way. So now g of x, which is, I just consider this as y, that equals to mx plus b or c, whatever, anything is fine. I'll just mx plus c plus 6 divided by x. Y equals to mx plus c plus 6 divided by x. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 points. One is I choose this point, I choose at 2, 12, and this one I choose at 3, 7. I'm using these 2 points, and let's see what I'm going to get. Y equals to what? 12 equals to m into x. X is 2 plus c plus 6 by 2, and this is going to be 7 equals to m into 3 plus c plus 6 by 3. So solving this, what I'm going to get, 24 equals to 2m plus c plus 6 and 21 equals to 3m plus c plus 6. So solving this, we are going to get 2m plus b equals to 18, equation number 1, and 3m plus b equals to 15, equation number 2. So now I'll just solving 1 and 2. I am going to get m. What m? The slope of f. So equation 1, 2m plus b equals to 18, 3m plus b equals to 15. So sorry, I'm just going with this c, right? It's okay, b or c, whatever, doesn't matter. It's going to be c, 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 c. If you just subtract this, you go away with this, and negative m equals to 3, you're going to get, you got slope which is negative 3. Which m is this? The m which is involved with f. Here, this fm you are getting, slope of line f. That's what you're getting. If you directly take the slope of this, you get incorrect answer. That is g of x slope. We need f of x. So now we got this slope, and I take slope equals to this and I substitute into the equation number 1. So what do I get? On substituting m equals to negative 3 in equation 1, I get m equals to what? Negative 3. 2 into negative 3 plus c equals to 18. So I need intercept, y-intercept, c. So that's going to be negative 6 plus c equals to 18. So c equals to directly 24. So now y-intercept, which means y-intercept of graph at x equals to 0. Graph f of x is 0, 24. So that is, you can see all options are zeros, x, 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 and only option B is correct. Yeah, that's the thing for this question. Hold on for a second. We have question 16. Try this question. I'll just add this question in notes. I'll solve it and I'll keep it. I want you to try this one question. If you are unable to solve this question, check the notes. It will be available in the dashboard, and you can understand from there itself how I solved it. Done for today. Bye bye.